Today we're going to take a look at the IPStank Portable Power Station. This is like a little generator, but instead of running on gasoline, it runs on lithium batteries. So one benefit is that it's going to run nice and quiet. And unlike a gasoline-powered generator, there's no problem running it indoors. This offers 3 USB outputs for recharging USB devices, a cigarette port for 12-volt devices, plus these 2 additional 12-volt outputs. There is also a built-in inverter powering these 2 110 AC outlets. I didn't see it anywhere in the documentation, but from the company I was informed that the AC outlets are rated for a maximum of 300 watts output. So this would be good for small appliances and items like fans, CPAP machines, laptops, stereos, but this wouldn't be good for high watt items. Items that produce a lot of heat use a lot of watts. So items like portable heaters, hair dryers, toaster ovens, irons wouldn't be good. This is where you connect the cable for recharging the IPStank via an AC outlet. You can also recharge via solar panel, which you can plug in here. The connector size is 6.25 times 3.0 millimeters. IPStank doesn't offer their own solar panel, but there are many third-party options. Just make sure it offers a compatible connector. To power it on, hold down this button for 3 seconds. The display shows the current charge level in 20% increments, so right now we are at 80%. If it's charging, you'll see the indicator flash and rotating. If it's powering devices, you'll see the output indicator spin and rotate. Important note, you don't want to recharge the IPStank and power devices at the same time. The manual says that this is potentially harmful, so don't do it. Let's plug in my iPhone. You can see that it's charging and the USB indicator is also turned on. Let's plug in my laptop. One minor complaint is that there's a little lip here and the AC ports are countersunk. So there's a chance that this lip could get in the way for plugging in a power supply brick that wasn't a compatible shape. Fortunately, my laptop just fits, but if it didn't, I could just use a power strip. To power the AC ports, you'll need to press this button. You'll see it activated here. The IPStank is rated at 634 watt hours. So what does that mean? That means you can run a 1 watt item for 634 hours, or a 634 watt item for 1 hour. Well, the maximum you could run is a 300 watt item, but you get the idea. So is this just a theoretical number based on the battery capacities? Anyway, I ran a real world test. I fully charged the IPStank and connected 2 room fans that pulled a continuous 132 watts of power. One thing to know is that you can't completely deplete the IPStank batteries. The AC ports will automatically be disabled when the batteries reach 20%. For my test, the fans ran for 3 hours and 36 minutes before the power station reached 20% and the AC ports were disabled. I also tested with my big screen 65-inch LED TV and it worked great. The higher the capacity of the power station, the more lithium batteries it will need and the heavier it will be. As a comparison, here's my Jackery 240 at 240 watt hours. This weighs in at 6 pounds 12 ounces. The IPStank weighs in at over 15 pounds. It is bigger but has a much higher capacity. Compared to a gasoline-powered generator, these are really light. At 15 pounds, it's a good size to have around the house for emergencies, great for car camping, tailgating. It has a nice handle grip, and it's pretty easy to lug around, just maybe not for a real long distance. And it's easy to recharge with the included wall charger. I almost forgot to mention, it also has a built-in flashlight. Press firmly to turn on, and lightly to cycle between the other modes. Dimmer, dimmer, fast strobe, and SOS and Morse code. In conclusion, I really like the IPStank. Working great.